it's kind of like, albeit I'm probably very wrong on this, I see virtue as someone who's done a lot of bad, who's done a lot of good, and they've become this person where they can choose good. And the reason that they can choose good is because they know what the other side is like.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, this person is
Oh,
capable
I think I'm getting it. I think
of,
I'm getting what you're saying a little bit.
yeah. It's the
But
same thing with the whole man example of like, do I know that this man has the ability to whip out his dick and, hey, I'm in charge here when it comes to his house? It's not that that's a good thing to do. It's probably bad, but
okay, you're kind of losing me there. But I get the other thing you were saying, which is like, in order for you in order for me to respect your opinion about what is good or bad, I need to know that you've seen the other side. Because it's like somebody who just doesn't have the perspective of the turmoils of a third world country, right? And they're talking as if like their life is so horrible, and I'm over here like, yo, I can't respect your opinion over here when you don't know shit about real struggle. You live in a pampered ass home. Your parents, they're doctors, and you know not to dismiss like their struggles. I'm just saying don't equate them to like something like some really hard shit, man. Even hard shit that I've never even been through. That's what I'm saying is like I don't like I guess I just have a different perspective, it's just different. But what I will say is like, hey, I've seen people like, I guess this sounds horrible. I've rolled my eyes at people before whenever they start talking about some of their problems, and I'm over here like, yo, bro, it's giving Kim, people are dying. It's giving people are dying, Kim. That's a meme. That's a meme reference if you don't know. But it's
I, no.
yeah. Anyway, it probably got lost on you. But basically, it's giving like a hey, there's actual death somewhere else in this world, and yeah, your problems matter a little bit, but like I'm like, just dude, you like tell me, go through go through some like I don't know, military training, and then come back to me and like tell me tell me you care about those problems you just once had. I'm pretty sure you'll find a different perspective is all I'm saying. And then I can finally then I can come to you, we can come together, have more relatable experience, and I can be like, hey, you've been through the shit, haven't you? And they're just like, yeah, man, been through the shit. I think I can respect your opinion now about going through hell now. You know what I mean? I get if you, I guess you know what I'm saying, right? You get the metaphor?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to, I want to go even further.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I've had in- crazy identity issues about who I was, who I wanted to be,
Mm.
despite all the stuff that I said about like I never, you know, saw life in that way about who I want to be and stuff. But I've
Mm.
had identity issues where
Just maybe
it kind of
not in
stemmed.
the same realm, that I'm speaking of, but yeah.
Yeah, um, that problem came a lot from what I believe was what society's expectations were on me. Um, which were perfectly valid, mind you. I understand it. I have responsibilities, and I need to be a productive member of society, and I agree with that 100%. But it seems to me, and then a lot of people are saying this these days, where it's almost like you get broken down and equated to just a number, a cog in the system,
Yeah.
that ultimately this whole thing doesn't really matter, and then
Yeah.
you don't matter
Dude,
because you're just a cog in the
oh
system,
man, that's
right?
that feels so omnipresent right now. I'm telling you, it's like one of the reasons why I haven't been wanting to post shit on YouTube, because of a lot of things, because of that thought process I'm having right now for sure. I've had that multiple times in my life
And
too, where it's like I'm just a cog in the machine, and like what the fuck do I do that really makes a difference? It makes me really feel like man, what is it that makes any difference? I'm just part of the system. Part of me just wants to
well,
fucking get out of the system,
great.
get out of the fucking like cog, stop being a cog and become my own fucking wheel somewhere else, or break the
Let
fucking
me
guy, break the
let me show
goddamn
you.
machine, you know?
Let me show you about how powerful you actually are as a human being and how you're not really a cognitive system. And the best way that you can do that, in my opinion,
Mm.
is by this whole identity thing.
Yeah, really.
Because yeah, for real, my crisis, and a big part of it when I was trying to deal with it, with this whole society thing, is it came a lot from me hating myself deeply. I had an
Mm.
ingrained hatred of myself to the point that I did not care about my own life. I did all types of ridiculous things because I did not care about my own life. And it was in big part because of a betrayal of myself. Because as I grew up as a child, I was the type of child that I was a lot more like who I am now as a child than I was during the middle part of my life where I tried to be this person for society. And when it comes to who you are in terms of a cognitive system and everything, when you are a person who's self-actualized, who's a assured person, so to speak, who doesn't have
Mm.
these insecurities that are non-valid, because there are insecurities that are valid. When you are that person, it's almost like you reverberate this light, this personality that people are looking for. And you'd be surprised how, if you're a type of person that has made these realizations in life, you could have an hour-long conversation with someone and you change their life for the rest of their life.
Damn.
And that person goes on to change the world. That doesn't mean that you're responsible for that, but it shows you how powerful one person can
Yeah.
be in making changes in the world just by being who they are and nothing else.
Yeah.
A conversation changes the world.
I gotta say, I do on a good day, I do have that belief, and it does ring true for me. It's just lately, it's really hard to like see that, and it's also most more so like it's just only one person that you're changing their life. It's like how can that is that really so insurmountable? Like I feel like is it really? I feel like it's so insurmountable. It's like it's like I feel as though it's like there's so much other shit that needs to change in order to make real change. And it's like, is it gonna be enough? Like to change one person's life, is that enough to make real change, you know? And it's just making me feel kind of cynical, I guess, right now. I really love the videos that I made recently about like, you know, the good and the evil, and that's really great. And I still hold those words to be true. But it's just a struggle,
Well,
and I want to
let,
let
let me
people.
tell you.
Yeah, I know. I just want to let people know that even I struggle about believing in the good, believing in the change, believing that like you know there is some sort of like path forward to really help others and be like, hey, helping others even though it's small, it could still make a difference. It's like it's hard to really believe that when you see so much fucked up shit that's been happening lately. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, look, you can understand the concept that every individual person has their own universe,
Yeah.
for lack of better words.
Yeah, that's true.
Each one person, they may have family members, they have these things that they go through, they have all these internal struggles the way that any other person can go through them. They have, in terms of their consciousness, perhaps they might be a little bit solipsistic, though they probably wouldn't apply that way, but each individual person has their lived experience,
Mm,
they have their life, and they see the universe completely different than any other person. And it's almost like we're all atoms, or we're all uh, particles in this great universe that we all live in. And in this person's universe, you could be their hero. In
mm,
this person's universe, it took one conversation with you to, over time, be a better father to their children, for example.
mm,
Or you made them realize something, that instead of like moping around and feeling depressed, even though they have the same job, even though they're not doing better for themselves, uh, on something that you can see or fiscally, they go about their lives generally much happier. You just changed that person's universe. You've changed their life.
mm.
And is changing one person's life worth it? To me, yes. Changing one person's life, and that's just one person off of like an hour conversation. You could do that 1,000 times in your life, and you'd
Yeah,
be a great man, woman for that matter.
yeah. You know, I agree with you, Circus. You giving me hope, man. Um, yeah, I think that's a good place to end here. Um, you know, I may not have much hope right now or these days for good times to come, but I think I think that's okay. And everyone's probably struggling right now with all the stuff that's been happening in the world. Um, I think that's why I like these videos and why I really, even though I have these moments of like, oh goddamn, this world will really be putting me through it, my guy. I think I really I kind of hope I can put something out there to I love doing it, and why not do something I love, and if it can help others in the process, even better, and you know I think we all have, like I said, we all have those identifiers, those identities, and we all are trying to find ourselves in this great beyond world. Um, or I guess some of us are like Circus, who actually, it's pretty simple. It's so simple, but actually the world itself makes it difficult for them. That's also a thing too. Circus has also been through probably a lot of stuff. And some things I do know for a fact, but I won't say so. But he also, struggles with his own, not so much. I think his struggles are not so much inward, but so much outward, because the world does not make much room for people like him. And I hope that his speaks how him speaking and his words can also resonate with some people that can identify with him and be like, hey, I get it. That's why I think his voice is so important. And you know what? If his voice is so important, I guess so is mine, and also so is yours. And I hope we all can find our voice someday in this world and find ourselves in it. Y'all have a good night. You take care. Bye.